Dude, man.
So
you fight Dan Severn.
How easy was Dan Severn?
Yeah, I mean, come on, Les. You went through him like butter, right?
How easy was he? Yeah, right. When I got in there and you close the gate up, and then you realize.
Did you have an adrenaline dump at this time?
Oh, yeah, adrenaline going out to the ring, get in there, and then when they close the gate, you sit there and think, that's UFC Dan Severn over there. And he's wiping his armpits with his shirt and then wiping across his face, and you're like, oh. This is how long is this?
One.
How long is this fight? 35-minute rounds. Well,
yeah, can we speed that timer up, sir?
Yeah.
Can we start this in the third round, maybe?
Man, I remember. I it all goes so fast now, but man, I remember the third round. I remember being in the third round, and I mean, oh my God,
you gassed.
Well, no, he just kept taking me down. I'd get up, I get taken down, and boom, he was hitting me with elbows. Boom, boom, points of the elbows. I mean, just blasting me. Well,
was he allowed to grab the fence at this point too? Were they allowed? Because I don't think they really watched it at that point.
I mean, but no one really watched very close. I mean, it was West Virginia. Hell, at the time, there was no sanctioning
gloves?
body.
Were they wearing gloves at that point yet or no?
Yeah,
okay.
we had gloves.
I know at the beginning they weren't.
We had gloves, but it went 3 rounds, went to a decision.
That's pretty impressive, dude.
Got up, and I remember getting up and only being able to see out of one eye because one was swollen completely shut.
Jesus.
Nose was broke off.
I think I might have that. I might have that fight laying around somewhere.
Oh yeah, well,
I got it on DVD.
I have it probably right there. I got it too. I think
Dan said in his interview, he's tough. He'll have a future in this.
Wow,
and I remember
cool.
Mark afterwards. Henkel had beat Jorge Riviera for the light heavyweight belt. So Mark,
both UFC vets, like a few years later,
Mm-hmm.
like that's how early he was having these fights.
Yeah.
I mean, he was.
So Mark celebrated a little bit that night that he's known for or was known for, and told me, "You're driving home." Well, it's about from there where it
with
was.
One eye.
It was about a 3-hour drive, and I had one eye, so I had my head propped back on my seat. I remember driving Mark to his house in Columbus. And instead of going to my apartment, I drove to my parents' house because I knew I was in bad shape. And I'm glad I did because when I finally got there, laid down, went to sleep, when I woke up in the morning, I had to yell for my mom. I'm like, "Mom, I can't see."
Oh, geez.
Both eyes had swollen completely shut,
oh
and
my
I couldn't see. I couldn't open them. They were swollen shut.
Raccoon eyes.
I laid in bed with ice on my face.
Wow.
How many days were they swollen shut for?
Oh, man, I'd show you that. No, just the day. I mean, I
You're
just
lucky.
wanted to open up. But, man, I'm telling you, for the longest time, it was head was deformed. I was a mess.
That's good.
That's actually pretty impressive, man, to do that as your first UFC fight against Dan Severn and surviving 3 rounds.
I went on and won my next 9. And Jamie called and said, "We're going to do this show back down in West Virginia, Steubenville, Ohio." And he's like, "It's going to be a big card." Well, it was. It was really, I can't tell you all the names on the card, but man, it was a really, really big card. I fought Mike Shepard there. That wasn't when, that was a good win. Frank Mir was there. There was a big riot. A big riot broke loose
in the stands.
Wade Rome, he got hit in the head with a chair, split his head open.
Oh,
Jamie got punched in the face and had a black eye and got in the ring and told everybody, "If you don't sit down and stop this, I'm shutting this whole show down."
Wow,
it was crazy.
How many people were there? Do you think?
Oh God.
Probably like the Hammond Civic Center, right?
It was probably close to 3,000.
Yeah, oh my God, that's pretty crazy.
All the Brazilians started it up front. They got into it.
Man.
They were cornering a guy, and somebody in the crowd yelled at him, and the Brazilian sucker punched him, jumped over the thing, and broke his arm. Put him in an arm bar and broke his arm.
Oh,
right.